Hi everyone, I'm Doug Kaufman, and on behalf of Tomorrow's Technician and Continental Belts and Hose, I'd like to introduce our October 2020 Student of the Month. He's a senior at Thomas A. Edison Career and Technical Education High School in Queens, New York, and a seasoned collision repair technician even at his young age. He's considered a leader in the classroom, and I'd like to say welcome to Dereck Chetram. Congratulations, Dereck. Dereck, tell us how you first got started with the collision repair industry.
I first got started, my dad is a heavy man. He does chassis repair, and he was born and raised in Guyana. My mom as well, so I'm a firstborn American here. My dad, he's been doing this for about 22 years now. So as I was growing up, going through my years, I just see my dad working in the backyard, going to shops. He never strayed away from not taking me places. As long as I asked, he'll take me. So I've just been around the industry. I met a lot of people along the way, and it's just one after the next. Something is always giving me a step up into the industry, and I like doing it.
Do you consider yourself a leader in the classroom? What kind of skills have you been able to develop through this school?
Through this, going to Thomas Edison High School, I was able to develop leadership skills, problem-solving skills, and it's just tremendous help being next to Mr. Rupnarine and Mr. Jesse Kalu, along with Mr. Harry Prasad. They've been a tremendous help. I started off when I went to high school not knowing what to do. There was a program that I started out with in 9th grade, Skills USA. It's all about workplace skills and exactly what you have to do to be successful. Not necessarily, but it helps you be successful in your real life. They give you skills like leadership skills. They have many activities for you to do. They're very involved in the community. So you become a well-rounded student as well as you are a well-rounded person going into the workforce. When I go into the classroom, having my prior knowledge from my job, as well as Mr. Rupnarine knowing what I've done before and him working very closely with me, it's whenever I see a kid working on something and I've done it before, and not saying that I excel at it because there's many things I still have yet to learn, but he gives me the opportunity to teach somebody because his very motto is, if you can be able to teach somebody what to do, you'll become a better worker yourself. And that's how I became a leader in the classroom.
Tell me about your job and then expand on that, some of the projects that you've worked on.
I work at Gotham City Division. My boss, Frank, Dominic, and Juan, they've all given me a helping hand. I started off my dad taking me around with him as he worked. I met this great guy named Billy. He works as an ICAR instructor. So he does teach to promote the industry. And he brought me along. He showed me different people. He helped me network, and it was many different things. He brought me to Gotham. I went there. They loved me. Out there, I do their scans. I do pre-scan, post-scan. I do diagnostic work for them. Occasionally, when there's higher-end cars with advanced, like the camera systems on the cars, I do ADAS. I program that for them. It's helped me be a better worker, knowing the workforce. They still look at me as I'm like a younger person, but it helps me out though, because having work experience really does in the world. When I meet people that I don't normally know, I would be able to speak with them with such confidence if I hadn't been in position.
I know it's been a challenge for you doing school this year. Talk about that. Have you been able to continue working while you've missed school, or how have you been able to juggle those two situations?
During the summer when school closed out, while I was at home during the COVID-19, we had locked down really hard here. So I decided, for the safety of my family and myself, I'd rather stay in the house. So I stayed in the house until around June, July, or at the start of June, I started thinking about going back to work because I did feel myself slacking off. I'd go in the backyard, help my dad with 1 or 2 projects, but there's only so much things he had stored up in the house. There wasn't much to do. So towards the end of June, I decided I'm going to go back and start working. So I finished school. I went back to work. It was really tough being at home for the whole week and then going back to work for 40 hours a week, 8 to 5. but I made it happen thanks to a lot of my coworkers and my boss, especially the occasional text from Mr. Rupnarine saying, "Yo, how you doing, kid? Are you okay?" And it's just been a challenge, but the things that really kept me going was knowing that there's always something better to do. There's always something more to learn.
Speaking of something more to learn, what are your future plans?
Future plans, I'm not sure yet. I know I have to go to college. I want to be one of the first people in my family to go to college. So that's definitely a goal for me. I'm not sure though. I mean, I really can't tell you what's in store for me, but all I know, I got to continue my knowledge. I had a plan of being an estimator. I went to a class called CTI Collision Technical Institute, taught by Billy. He runs a class. They teach estimating. They bring in Army people that got discharged from the Army, and they also extended the invitation out to students as well, like myself. And Mr. Rupnarine and myself and a few other classmates, we went out to the class and we learned. So I think that's my next step.
Speaking of Mr. Rupnarine, Dereck's instructor, Barry Rupnarine, had this to say about his student.
Hi, my name is Barry Rupnarine. I'm the collision instructor over at Thomas Edison High School in Jamaica, New York. I'm here to tell you about one of my students, Dereck Chetram. Dereck is currently a senior in my class, but I've known him for quite a few years, and even before he came into my program, I knew of him. A good friend of mine, Billy Vallely of CTI, Collision Training Institute, kept telling me about this kid and that he would be joining my program and how great he was. Well, lo and behold, once Dereck joined my program in the 10th grade, he did not disappoint, and Billy's words were true. Dereck came in and he was an eager to learn young technician in the industry. He wanted to learn, he wanted to do more, than was being done in the classroom. He took that desire on his own and obtained a job. He works part-time. He's been working part-time in a collision repair shop where he does various tasks, stuff that he's learning in the classroom and stuff that he's picking up over there. So he'll bring that to the classroom with him when he talks about the work that we're doing, and it's allowing him to be a leader in the classroom because he's getting the experience in the classroom. He's taking it to the shop, but he's bringing that shop experience back with him to the classroom. Upon seeing his desire to want to be so well-versed in collision repair, I decided to give him a shot at our Skills USA competitions. He would train countless hours, even during the weekend. He basically had no free time. Everything was dedicated towards learning about his trade. He would be there early in the morning, standing outside waiting for security to let him in, and he would be there late in the evening, waiting for security to tell him to leave. On weekends and after school sometimes, we would be doing community service events where he would participate in those. So not only is he technically sound, he's getting that need for community and need for being involved in the community to make him grow to become a responsible young adult. Dereck, I feel, is going to be one of those technicians that will help fill that shortage that we keep hearing about because of his desire to always want to do more and learn more. When he's not in my class doing collision repair, he'll be in the computer classroom, Mr. Kalu, learning about technology and networking and computers. So he's always looking to grow. He's always looking to do more. I think this award that he's getting is going to really motivate him to want to be better and excel even more at what he's doing. It's very refreshing to see a young individual like this with such a drive and such a passion for the collision industry. As we all know, we hear it all the time, there's a need for technicians, there's a need for properly trained technicians. And the route that he's going to be one to fulfill a small part of that need. I believe he truly is a role model for other students in his class as they look up to him for guidance. And it motivates me to also work more and to do more for my students because I know that they want to be better. All right. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this recognition for my student, and have a good night.
So, Dereck, once again, on behalf of Tomorrow's Technician and Continental Belts and Hoses, we'd like to say congratulations on being named Student of the Month Best of luck getting through your senior year and then on into college and the future in the industry.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Instructors, if you have the next student of the month in your classroom, please nominate him or her today. Just go to tomorrowstechnician.com and find the entry form. I'm Doug Kaufman, and I will see you again soon.